Welcome back. ShopDog says that he doesn't know what's going to happen today, but I do believe a motor and a wiring harness are showing up for that, which is why that's out. And I'm going to keep looking at how difficult this is. You know, so far it's been pretty hard. You know, what you expect. It's a Ford. Fords always fight you. So, we'll keep monkeying. Don't know if this is a random interesting or a courier, or do we even start a new series on that? I haven't decided yet. But anyway, this is the intro. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, ShopDog's showing neighbor Jeff what's going on here. Okay, so I have to get in here, and you'll notice how tight that is, with a very large socket. No idea how that's going to happen, because Fords and Mopars are garbage when it comes to trannies. How do I put my flywheel tool on here? Gotta tell you, that's annoying. So the only way to turn us over is with the crank bolt. Don't ever like that. That sucks. Now, to clear the fan, we've got a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter into a 1/2 inch 15/16 socket. And then just remembered, oh yeah, high compression motor. That's fun. So anyway, that one is now where I can get it. I'll pop that nut and we'll keep moving. There's 4 of them. Now, I don't claim to be a Ford guy, but is that a drain or something on the torque converter? That's not a thing I'm used to. And look at all the spots. They've got a big weight welded there, whole bunch of little divots here. If anything ever happened to this ring gear, getting this engine rebalanced would be fun. Well, I think we're getting ready to test something, because it doesn't look too bad here. But from this side, you'll note there isn't a whole lot of tip room to that cross member. I'm very concerned that I'm actually not going to be able to angle this down enough to get those bolts out. Those top 2. We'll see. I think that's the next test before I go any further is, will this tilt between the headers and that cross member enough to get those top 2 bolts? Because if it doesn't, holy monkeys, this motor has to come out? That seems wrong to me. Okay, back on the Courier. We are getting close to finding out just how far down this can go. So I just got those bolts out, getting ready. It turns out you can see it says 9.8, so these are metric. So they're probably 15 or 16. So let me go grab that and we'll get that dropped. All right, we just pulled the cross member. Let's see what she will do. Let her down a little slow. Okay, I think I can get that bolt. And that's really all we're probably gonna get, but that's all we need. If that's enough to get those 2 bolts on the top, obviously I'm not gonna pull the tranny on this. I mean, that doesn't make sense. But the important thing is making sure we're going to be able to before I get the tranny jack all set up. The other thing I'm super curious about is, how am I supporting the motor? Yeah, we're definitely oil panning it, I think. So, okay, let's pick that back up. ShopDog gets nervous. He doesn't like resting things. Okay, it's not an easy fit, but I got the bolt we already had loose finally out. Boy, it's a snug. It's snug back there. Now I'm going to see if I can actually even get a wrench on that other one. Now it should be a little further away from the water pipes than it was. Maybe. Okay. I'm sure you can see that doesn't buy us enough clearance. I haven't even been able to successfully get a wrench on that bolt yet. Let me zoom you in. That one. That's going to be an issue. The firewall is right behind it, and the engine is leaned down. Well, it wasn't easy, but you see, that bolt is out. It's on the ground somewhere. That really wasn't fun. So now, I think this won't be an issue here. I can probably just reach that, but I also think I can reach that from below. So I got the 2 on each side. So this might actually come out without pulling the motor. All right, at this point, I think I'm going to grab a tranny jack and a bucket, and I'm going to move those because there's fluid. There's going to be a mess. Oh, God, I hope I don't drop that torque converter and spill all of that. Well, with any luck, I'm not about to get myself in a world of trouble. But we haven't got the safety chain on because I actually have no idea how heavy this is or isn't. Bolts are all out. Remember, this is loose and sitting up there, so we're going to fight that at some point. And I have these front ears. Hopefully you can see them. Kind of holding the front of the bell housing. So hopefully that doesn't cause us any issues. But I'm going to start with just trying to separate it and slide it back. And with that, for better or for worse, we must be out. As you can see, we're sitting on the ring gear here, and the torque converter doesn't have studs sticking out anymore. You can see the bell housing is free. So this will be fun. Well, you had to bring it down a little to get it back enough to get around the flywheel. But as you can see, we're above here. Here's the part I'm a little worried about. So I'm going to put you guys down for a minute. Okay, we had enough room to use one of my favorite tricks on the torque converter. Is it foolproof? No. Does it help? Yes. Take a wrench because of that 15 angle in there and just bolt it somewhere. And that will help hold the torque converter back for you. We knew this was going to be an issue. I can't get enough angle here to clear the flywheel to get this down, which means I'm not going to be using the jack. I'm going to be bench pressing this. I'm getting too old for this. I'm not going to lie to you. That was not that easy. That's pretty fiddly. But you'll notice there's still a motor in the car. So I'm not even going to complain about the hour I just spent getting that out. Wow. That's pretty tight in there. You know, I don't think you could have fit any more engine and trans in this little truck. Okay, unfortunately, my cheap jack only goes this low. But luckily, this cheap lift goes higher. So we've already verified that the jack isn't touching anything. The trans isn't touching anything. There's no reason for it to be disturbed in any way. So we're just going to pick the lift up a little bit. And just watch. Because, you know, it does make us nervous. And then as soon as I can get it under here, I will. Because what I want to do is get that over on a bench. On a pan, on a bench. So, okay. That's enough. Let's get it out of there. ShopDog had to help. That thing is a lot heavier than you think it is. Going from there, up and over and down to there. Wow. All right, we're all going to remember, not a Ford guy. But this input shaft, which does come out for some reason, it has 26 splines and is a nightmare to get reseated. And what I'm assuming is the stator shaft here has 32 splines. I'm going to mic this diameter. Well, I'm going to use a dial caliper as well as the input shaft on it. And then also look at what the bolt circle is so that I can understand what we have. But you can see we've got some numbers, which I will be taking pictures of in just a minute so that I have them there, as well as a 23A on the case. So hopefully we can identify a few things. Okay, been through there. And what we get is the pilot diameter around that goes in that seal is 1.998. The actual pilot surface, you know, there that goes to the crank, that is 1.375, and it has a 10.5 inch bolt circle. So the next thing I want to do, in fact, I might as well just do it instead of thinking about it. Let's come in here, take a look at this flywheel. Let's grab a light. Oh boy, it's way up there. Yeah, so that's all that's going to fit too. It's only drilled for that one style. So that's important to know. Okay, I think that's enough information for us to be able to figure this out at this point. And with that, I think ShopDog's had a long day. It's time to digest some of the information we just got, do a little learning. One of the other things is, he's starting to get antsy about maybe getting his supper. So I think we're going to put the truck down because I don't really like leaving it up if I don't have to. And gather up some trash because tomorrow morning is trash day, and we're going to call it a night. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We hope to entertain people for a while, and who knows, maybe even he teaches someone something.